Hello everyone, it's us, Dead Air. Myself, Jacky, and of course Blank are in position to give you a much needed update on Deadlock Deathmatch.
And as you can see, we're in the brand new Dead Air merch, which you'll probably find at some point soon. But we just wanted to take you through a format explainer for DLDM, coming soon.
It is indeed. So for now, enjoy this.
Good evening, gladiators. Dead Air is proud to present our full tournament explainer and Q&A video. So let's kick it off with some of the most asked questions we've seen from you, the Deadlock community. What is the format and how does it work? Deadlock Deathmatch is going to be a monthly tournament that will cycle between two regions each season, Europe and North America. We'll start with our Deadlock Deathmatch Challengers Open Qualifier that will begin on August 8th, with up to 32 teams being able to battle it out for 4 spots. Those 4 spots will guarantee you participation in Deathmatch Champions Season 1. The first region that we're going to be covering will be Europe, and will be played exclusively on European servers. But we want to make it clear that we won't be excluding anyone from signing up, no matter what region you're from. But we would like to stress that all games will have to be played on European servers for Season 1. How do I sign up? We know you've all been very curious as to how to sign up to Deadlock Deathmatch, and we're happy to say that sign-ups are now open. They're linked below the video, so please take your time to gather your fellow combatants and click the link in the description. This will take you to our dedicated Dead Air Faceit hub, where you can get involved with our Season 1 Challengers Open Qualifier. Also, please join the Dead Air Discord, linked below again as well, so that you can get set up with the right roles and receive critical information about the tournament for teams and players alike. Is Deadlock Deathmatch only for professional teams? We've heard you loud and clear asking whether or not this tournament is exclusively for pro teams, and we're happy to say there is no restriction as to who can play in Deadlock Deathmatch. We encourage teams of all skill levels to get involved with our open qualifiers at the beginning of each season. The competition will be fierce though, and only the top challengers will be able to rise to the occasion, making it through to champions from the top 4. There is plenty of room for teams though, with our sign-ups being capped at 32 teams in the open bracket qualifier. So, either brave the melee and rise to the top to enter the Colosseum with your fellow champions, or simply enjoy a day of scheduled competitive Deadlock and gain experience in the arena. The choice is yours. Champions and challengers. Talking about champions and challengers, let's break that down a bit so it's really clear for you all. Deadlock Deathmatch Challengers is where our all-out combatants will take part in an open qualifier that will lead you into the planned season of Deadlock Deathmatch Champions. To become a champion, you need to work your way through our open bracket and make it into at least the semi-finals. The preceding games will then be seeding matchups, where we'll determine the rankings of the 4 teams that have made it through and how they'll play against each other in a head-to-head format going into Deadlock Deathmatch Champions. DLDM Champions will take place over a 3-week season. Each week will crown a champion who stood tall amongst the rest, coming first in that week's bracket. At the end of the 3 weeks, the team with the most crowns will be your Season 1 winners and exit the Colosseum to fight another day. But winning the most crowns is not an easy task, for you see, each week you defend the crown, it will weigh heavier and heavier upon your head. The audience will have the opportunity to strip you of one hero for each week you hold the title, meaning you need to get creative and be prepared to shake up the meta when it matters most. We never said that remaining on top in the Colosseum would be easy. Curses and blessings. Are you not entertained? No, seriously, were you? It's not a rhetorical question, because as the audience in Deadlock Deathmatch Champions regular season, you have the opportunity to inflict a curse or bestow a blessing to one of our teams. By dropping either a thumbs up or thumbs down in the chat when we poll for a selected team, you'll see them gain that curse or receive a blessing from one of the many tarot cards we've prepared in our deck at random. Now, we don't want to give you all of the specifics of every single tarot card right now, as we'd love to save some surprises when we make it to Deadlock Deathmatch Champions. These cards will have no effect and won't be used over the course of the open qualifier when you attempt to make it through our Deadlock Deathmatch Challengers each month. For now though, let's give you a brief overview of a few of them. Blessings could range from an additional wave of Trooper Souls at the start of the game to one of our higher value cards, the Sun card. Those lucky enough to pull this card have the opportunity to steal a pick from their opponents during the draft phase. Similarly, curses will range from losing a ban in the draft phase to our least desirable card. Pulling this would result in you receiving the Pestilence Plague itself, turning you into a frog for a brief period of time. A team and its players unlucky enough to receive these curses will of course have to deal with the gameplay modifications that come along with it. However, we want to make it clear that during the finals of each week there will be no blessings and only one curse will be applied to the defending team, and that is the Curse of the Crown, where the audience selects a hero to ban away from the Crown team from the previous week for their entire matchup. We hope you as the viewer can help make this tournament as exciting as possible and the teams as entertaining as possible to garner more blessings and avoid curses. Next, let's talk about prizes. For now, we just want to announce the prize pool of our open qualifiers, our first kick-off event, Deadlock Deathmatch Challengers. Inside of this Challengers Open Qualifier, there will be a grand total prize pool of $300 up for grabs, with tons of Face It points for absolutely everyone that participates in the qualifier. Of course, that cash prize will also be broken down between the 4 challengers that make it through to the end of the line in our Open Qualifier. If you make it top 4, you earn money. Alongside that, there is an Artisan mousepad that will be awarded to the MVP of our finals. On top of that, of course, as well, all 4 of those teams that make it to the semi-finals and onwards will receive a direct invitation to Season 1 of Deadlock Deathmatch Champions when we kick it off later on in the year. More details to follow on dates and prize pool for the regular season later. Rapid fire Q&A. First question, is this a Valve official tournament? We wish. Of course, us here at Dead Air absolutely love Deadlock and have been dedicating a lot of our time over the past year to bringing you the best content possible around the game. After running our charity event and raising $5,000 for charity with the first Studio Deadlock broadcast, we knew we wanted to come back with another tournament and offer more for the community to play. That's why we've created Deadlock Deathmatch Challengers. Is this a new game mode? Unfortunately not. We'd love to experiment with some future game mode ideas in the future, and we certainly have some cool ideas for things we're going to be cooking up in the background, but that is something we'll come back to a little bit later. And lastly, of course, we just want to say thanks for listening. From myself, Blank and Daisy, all 3 of us here at Dead Air have been dedicating so much time to Deadlock, and we cannot wait to see what plays and excitement you bring to the broadcast when you step foot into the Colosseum. Thank you so much for listening to the end of the video. Of course, we'd love to remind you that you can go and sign up to that open qualifier for challengers right now, with the link being in the description. And lastly, don't forget to join the Discord to stay up to date with all of the tournament information that you'll need to know. So that's it from us here at Dead Air. We'll see you in the Colosseum soon.
Well, there you have it, everything you might need to know about DLDM, right there in one nice condensed video.
Oh yes, and down in the description, of course, are all the relevant links to join the Dead Air Discord and join the Dead Air Face It Hub to play Deadlock Deathmatch. So we'll see you in the Colosseum.